Welcome. This is our MRS21 Fall 2021 File Review, question number 3. We're doing a number of different questions here. The third one is going to be talking about what's called a composition of functions. And if you find these videos helpful, especially this one, please give a like and subscribe. Watch it again if you're not sure. Ask questions in case you weren't sure as well too, so I can get back to you about these things as well too. And again, also would love to hear any comments or suggestions you have. So if f of x equals 2x squared minus 3x plus 1 and g of x equals x plus 5, what is f of g of x? Now, the idea is that a function is a rule. And every rule in this case is like every x we use is kind of like an open box we're plugging stuff in. So we want to evaluate. Normally, when we have a number instead of x, we're plugging a number into the function and evaluating and taking that result and plugging into the next one. Here we have a function g of x. And we're told that g of x is equal to x plus 5. Okay, and so, believe it or not, that's what's being plugged into our next function of f of x. So the idea is that f of x really is 2 times something squared minus 3 times that same something plus 1. And what are we plugging in here? Well, we're going to be plugging in g of x, which is just x plus 5. The confusion is, for first confusion I find students have, is that they're thinking we're trying to find a numerical value, some number at the very end, which you're not going to get. You're going to get an expression which is in terms of x. And the next thing that's thinking is, most common error students make is they multiply the functions, which is not the case here. And when you see something, a function within parentheses of another function, it means you're plugging in that function into the next one. So every time we see an x for f of x, we're plugging in this situation, x plus 5. Seems complicated, but if you remember, in a function, the x represents it's a big old box you plug stuff into. And so you want to write the function as f of parenthesis equals 2 times parenthesis squared minus 3 times parenthesis plus 1, and then just filling in what we're plugging into. So, okay. All right, so here in this situation, we're going to now distribute the, we're going to do in this case, the square of the x plus 5. So we get 2 times x plus 5. Now, x plus 5 squared is x plus 5 times x plus 5. Another mistake students make is that they just square each term. It's not the case here. So times 3 minus 3 times x minus plus 5 plus 1. So on the side, we're going to multiply x plus 5 times x plus 5. Please remember that you're doing distributive property. And so x times x is x squared. X times 5 is 5x. 5 times x is 5x. And 5 times 5 is 25. So for those who wrote down x squared plus 25, you are partially correct, but not done in this case. It's actually x squared plus 10x plus 25. And that's what's replacing the x plus 5 times x plus 5. So we're going to get 2 times x squared plus 10x minus plus 25, actually, which we distribute this part here with the 2 becomes 2x squared plus 20x plus 50. Okay? So you have to be very careful. The idea of composition functions is once we figure out we're plugging something into something else, all right, so we gotta follow through on that now. And just remember, if you need to square a binomial, write the binomial, multiply by itself, and then remember to perform distributive property. Oh, we like to call FOIL sometimes. So, all right, and also we see here we're distributing the -3 with the x and the 5, so we can get -3x minus 15, and don't forget to add the 1 because that's all part of the function f of x. Now we combine like terms. We see that the 20x and 3x becomes 17x. 5 minus 15 is going to be 35 plus 1 is plus 36, and plus the 2x squared, and that's what we get. And that's your final answer. Okay. You should expect us to do a composition functions for our final, and at this point, hopefully you should not be too afraid of these things because you're just going to be plugging something in. Again, the idea is that you're plugging this x plus 5 into every time you see an x in these parts of f of x. If it was reversed, if it was g of f of x, we'll be plugging in the whole f of x at 2x squared minus 3x plus 1 into x for g of x plus 5, which admittedly is a much easier method, but you should not expect to have so many things be easy for you on your final. Just understand the method behind this, though. If you need to watch it again, understand the concept the same. Again, try some of the practice problems we had from homework before, and definitely practice for our final. Okay, everybody, thanks so much for watching. And if you found this helpful, please give a like and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Thanks so much, everybody. Really appreciate you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Be safe.